Welcome back to Max's Muscle TV. Time now for our nutrition segment. And as mentioned, this week the boys are going to take you through what's best when it comes to muscle building snacks. Take it away, Freddie.
Thanks, Tony. Well, I'm here again with Xtreme chef Peter Wright. Welcome back, Pete. And today we're going to talk about muscle building snacks.
Well, Freddie, I know a lot about snacks, but not a lot about muscle building snacks. So can you give me a bit of insight into what is a muscle building snack?
Well, Pete, I'm glad you asked. The muscle building snacks are high in protein, good sources of carbs and good sources of fats as well.
Sounds like a good cheeseburger to me.
Now, what we're going to go for is a different variety of foods and something that's really convenient as well, Pete.
Well, I thought bodybuilding was all about preparation.
Well, you're right, Pete, it is, but sometimes we're really time poor, and what we're going to do is prepare something that doesn't take a lot of time to prepare, and it's a snack, so it's really easy, fast and convenient. That's what we're looking for. Where most people come unstuck is they choose poor options. So there's some really great options here today that you can have with you in your car, in your bag. Just prepare it a little bit in advance and away you go, Pete. Like the different range of the Max's products. So we've got some great, awesome, delicious cookies, ready to drink protein. Just add a little bit of water to that, shake it up. Very convenient, your UHT drinks and your protein bars as well.
So Fred, what we've got here, we've made up some snacks for you. We've got some rice cakes with a peanut butter and cottage cheese. Now, you've said they should be high in protein and low in fat. This looks like it's high in fat and low in protein to me.
Well, it's a good point, Pete, but actually the cottage cheese has got high amounts of protein in it, and the peanut butter, obviously you want to choose an unsalted peanut butter, it's got good fats in it as well.
So it's 100% peanuts, nothing else added to it?
No, we've gone for a nice peanut butter spread, but again, choose an unsalted one.
I must say though, out of all the bodybuilding stuff you made, that looks delicious.
It is, and if your goal is to really bulk up, I would have actually 3, but if your goal is to cut down a little bit, just have 1 and that'll do you. Pete, the fantastic thing about it is they're readily available. You know, rice cakes, peanut butter, cottage cheese, just run across to the supermarket and you can prepare it and away you go.
Just whip it up in a couple of seconds.
Yes, that's right.
Now Fred, I've noticed we've also got some fruit here. Now it's a pretty obvious one, it's a good healthy choice, but there's not much protein in fruit.
Look Pete, it's not, and again what I would do is I'd have an actual shake and take because I'd get caught out, but it's a better option than just eating a bar of chocolate or something else in that area.
And again, it's readily available.
Yeah, it is. And if your aim is for muscle building, you can have the different coloured fruits, but if your aim is to cut up a bit, just choose your green fruits like your grapes and your pears and your kiwi. Now Pete, obviously there's a lot of different options for people when they're having snacks. We spoke to the Max's athletes and got their point of view on muscle building snacks.
Have I been using my almonds as my snack meal?
With me, with snacks, I do have almonds occasionally.
Raw almonds or Brazil nuts or walnuts.
I'd go for some almonds and cashews.
Your almonds, Brazil and cashew nuts, particularly your almonds.
Usually 30 to 40 grams.
Unsalted.
They're really good snacks to have.
Because, you know, those good fats and honestly, when you're dieting, they're a treat.
This year was the first year I haven't snacked at all. I just stick to my meals.
I'm eating every 3 hours, so I really don't have time for snacks.
Do you have time for snacks?
If it wasn't a meal, I wouldn't touch it.
I'm eating so often I don't need to snack between meals per se.
But I definitely snack a lot with supplement shakes and bars from Max's. I do love those.
And every now and then I go for the Max's cookies, but we won't say that too loud.
To try and fit it in during the day when you may not have the luxury of being at home and you're travelling, having a protein bar on hand, having a Max's protein bar to be able to take out of your bag and snack on, you'll still get the carbohydrate and the protein that your body needs.
If I do, need a snack, it's usually a protein shake, a Max's protein shake, or a Max's protein bar.
If it's something that I want to snack on that's that little bit sweeter, I really enjoy the Max's protein bars.
I find that some of the low-carb Max's bars are a good option if you're running low on time and you haven't had time to prepare anything. It's an easy snack. And particularly when you're dieting, you're always conscious about the carb content of food. So some of the Max's bars that are low in carbs are a good option.
Well, some really great feedback there, Pete. Look, at the end of the day, you can't go wrong with your Max's ready to drinks, your shakes, your bars. A great source of protein, convenient and really good for you.
Well, I couldn't agree more, Fred. The Max's products are great and convenient and can be taken wherever you want to go. However, I've been cooking for a long time and I need to cook something today and get it off my chest.
Well, you are a chef, so...
So what I'm going to do is whip up something you can just take with you. And as you know, veggies are healthy, so I've got my red and green capsicums. Just going to put those in together. I got my tuna.
Pete, tuna's a staple to any bodybuilding food. High amounts of protein as well in that.
It's a tuna in spring water, so I'll just whack that in there.
Now folks, there's a lot of flavoured tunas and added salts and things. I would suggest that you just choose one in spring water.
Now Fred, I've been practicing the no seasoning in these dishes, but what I'm going to put in is a little bit of red onion, which is like a salad onion, and that's what I'm using as my seasoning. So a bit of onion flavour, mix that through, and that's going to sit in there for a few hours in the fridge throughout the day. So basically, I'm just going to cut it up into pretty small pieces.
Now Pete, the great thing about onions is that there's no calories.
Now the other great thing about onions is great for flavour. So I'm just going to add a little bit in there, like that. And last but not least, a big dollop of natural yogurt. So it's unflavoured, nothing else in there. I'm just going to mix that up, nice and colourful.
I think I'm going to have that later.
And basically, I'm going to just store that away in the container I'm going to take to work tomorrow. Okay, so there you have. Pretty quick, that took how long? A minute and a half. A really nice fresh tuna and pepper salad with a little bit of onion and some fresh natural yogurt.
Now Pete, you've cooked it up as a great snack, but it's also something you could have for lunch if you're on the run. Good amounts of protein, fibre, carbs, so a real good mix for a muscle building snack as well. Pete, thanks for that. I didn't think you cooked this week.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed that.
Yeah, I did actually. There's some great options and hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you again next week.